Hey guys, Alex here. And are you guys familiar with the Sharknado series? Sharknado was this movie made for the Sci-Fi Channel in 2013. And if you know what the Sci-Fi Channel is, Sci-Fi Channel is this. It's an American TV station that shows a lot of like sci-fi material, like movies, TV series, and they also make their own TV series called Sci-Fi Originals, and that's what Sharknado is. They made one in 2013. They made a second one called Sharknado, the second one, or something like that. Yeah, these are considered like cult classics now. Like they're really low budget. I think the first movie had a budget of like $2 million, and it's a low budget sci-fi movie, and they're freaking amazing. Like if you like that kind of movie, it's amazing stuff. It's gonna be a classic in the future too. It's already a classic, to be honest. But yeah, they're making a third movie called Sharknado 3. The working title is Vortex 3. They might change the title of Sharknado 3 though, like add more to it. But we'll just call it Sharknado 3 for now. What is Sharknado? Sharknado, if you break down the title, what do you got? You got shark and you got tornado. And that's basically what this movie is. It's a disaster movie. It's a satire. And basically what it is, it's a storm. It's a tornado that picks up sharks out of the water, tosses them up in the air, and when they land in all these now flooded areas, they start to infest all these waters. So where the storm passes through, it causes this whole Sharknado storm to happen. And yeah, it's a disaster of epic proportions for the people that live in these Sharknado hit areas. So in the first movie, you've got this guy, Ian Ziering. That's his real name. He goes around with his chainsaw. He's like, he's like cutting them up as they land, and they're like fighting these sharks as they're falling from the heavens. It's really funny. But anyways, what's the point of this? Well, Sharknado 3 is being filmed in Orlando, Florida. That's where I live. And when I found out that they were filming in Orlando, I was really excited because this gave me the opportunity, maybe see some of the cast, because I like meeting celebrities, meet some of the crew, like the director, or just see some of the movie making process, because I love watching like behind the scenes stuff in movies. Like when I watch a movie on DVD, I'll check out the special features on the disc, looking for behind the scenes stuff. I love behind the scenes stuff. And also, I found out that they were looking for extras in Orlando. I was so excited about that. So this is like 2 or 3 weeks ago. They started asking for extras to be in Sharknado 3. So I immediately jumped on that. It was like the day after they put out an ad for this. I sent in all the information they wanted. They wanted to know if you were a local, which I was. They wanted to know your physical dimensions, like your chest size, your waistline, your height, weight, shoe size, yeah, all that good stuff. And they also wanted you to send in like a full body shot and also a head and shoulder shot. I actually have some professional like headshots, like head and shoulders headshots. I don't have a professional full body shot though, so I had to take one with my cell phone for that. But I sent all that in immediately, and unfortunately, I did not get to be an extra in Sharknado 3. I was really sad, because I was like, one of my dreams is to be in a movie in any capacity. Like, even be an extra. That would be so amazing, just to be an extra. But I didn't get it, unfortunately. So, anyways, even though I did not get to be an extra, I still wanted to see some of these people. So I found out one day that they were going to be filming at the theme park, Universal Studios Florida. So this was on Monday the 23rd of February, 2015. I drove out there, like I had the day off. So I went through City Walk. I didn't see any filming there. I started going to Islands of Adventure, because I thought that's a really popular place, so I thought they would be filming there. But yeah, so I turned back, and then I found myself at Universal Studios, and I did not see any filming there either. I was like, what's going on? I thought they were filming here. So I was really sad. As I was leaving, this is like 10 in the morning. I was getting really flustered. Like I looked up at the rocket roller coaster, and I saw a bunch of people on top of the roller coaster. I looked closer, and I found out that I saw like these little boom mics, and I saw these giant cameras. I'm like, oh my gosh, that must be them. So I ran as close as I could to get to that spot. It's hard to get there because this is up on top of the roller coaster, which is kind of blocked off. So I looked up and I saw these crew members, and I couldn't tell who was there because I was so far away. I started to take pictures, like zoomed in, so I can see who was up there, but they told me to delete those pictures, unfortunately. But in a later video that I found online, I found out that Jedwin was there. Those are the UK twins. I mean, they're from Ireland. They're Irish born, but they're pretty big in the UK. They're those twins from the X Factor. And I also found out that Chris Jericho was up there. I found out that Ian Ziering was up there, and I also found out that Tara Reid was up there. And that's all I could gather from these online videos as to who was up there. But I watched them from my very far spot. Like, I took a picture with my other camera from a very far distance. I took this picture all the way from the Mummy entrance, so I came to the conclusion that they wouldn't care if I took a picture with my cell phone from a very far angle without zooming in, just to show you guys where they were filming. So it was on top of the roller coaster, and I stood in that spot for maybe 2 or 3 hours just watching them walk up and down the stairs. But then I started to see the film crew leave, so I started to follow the film crew out just to see where they were going. They were pushing all these carts and carrying all these giant tripods. And following the crew out, I had no idea that these were connected, but I heard this really loud engine roar. It's like vroom, vroom. There were these 2 stock cars. I didn't know if they're going to be in the movie or not, but I filmed them anyways as they were passing, just because you never know. I found out later that they were going to be used in the movie. But yeah, here are these 2 stock cars. One of them has Keselowski written on the side, and he's an actual NASCAR driver. So he was driving by. I mean, he wasn't driving by, but the car was driving by. So I thought that might have been more connected with the Daytona 500, because the Daytona 500 was happening on the weekend before this happened, the filming. So I thought maybe that was connected, or maybe it wasn't disconnected, or maybe it wasn't connected. So I filmed it anyways. But yeah, I found out later it was going to be used in the movie. Why did I repeat myself? All right, so I followed these cars out there, and then they park out by the entrance. This is outside of Universal Studios Florida, out in City Walk. So they parked these cars out here where everyone could just look at them. So I took some pictures of the cars as they were just parked right there. I was like, why not? So yeah, it wasn't a hot set there. So I took pictures. I took pictures by the car. I got hungry. I didn't see them filming anything, but I did see them starting to set up near the Universal Globe. That's a thing that spins around. It's a very popular photo op. So I got hungry because I didn't see them doing anything. So I got food. I got food in City Walk. I walked back, and then I found out a lot of the cast was there now. A lot of the cast and crew was there. They're actually setting up for a big shoot. So I got right up to the cast, as far as I can get. I'd say I was about 10 feet away from the cast. I can see the entire cast now. So in the cast, I saw Ian Ziering, of course. That's the guy from Beverly Hills 90210. And Tara Reid was there, of course. I didn't see her for a long time, though, but she looked pretty. She was pretty. But she was pregnant, though. And I think she was pregnant in the movie, not pregnant in real life. And I also saw Cassie Scarbo there. Oh my gosh, she was so gorgeous. Yeah, Cassie Scarbo, she's wearing this costume that looked kind of like Scarlett Johansson's black leather outfit in the Avengers. That's kind of like what she was wearing. So I think in the third movie, Cassie Scarbo is going to be more of even more of a badass than she was in the first movie. She's going to actively seek out these sharks and just beat the crap out of these sharks. I was excited to see Cassie there. And then there were 2 other blonde ladies there. I didn't know who they were, unfortunately. There was a very young actor there too. He's probably maybe in his 20s, late teens maybe. I didn't know who he was either. And then there was this really young actress there. She was actually really pretty. She must have been late teens, early 20s too. She looked basically like a young Megan Fox. She was really cute. I had no idea who she was though. Also there, I saw Eric Fox from the Sci-Fi Channel. He does makeup. He did a lot of makeup on the Sci-Fi Channel. He was one of the contestants. I think it was season 4 or 5. Season 4. He got really far, episode 10. He did some really amazing work. So I assumed that he was doing makeup for the show. But that was cool seeing him. He's very unique looking. It's really unique haircut. He had some eyeliner, I think. And also there was freaking Anthony Ferrante. I didn't know who he was at the time, though. I found out later who he was from looking at Tara Reid's Twitter. I was so upset because this guy did not stick out, but I've always wanted to meet a director while he was filming. Like, I've met Oliver Stone, and I've met George Romero, but yeah, this would have been another director encounter. Like, it was funny, Anthony Ferrante, he was wearing this Sharknado 3 shirt, even though they were telling people, no, we're not filming Sharknado 3, it's Vortex 3. So he eventually took his shirt off and traded it out for, like, a generic shirt. And yeah, I heard him talking to one of his crew members saying, hey, you know, I'm drawing too much attention with this shirt. I wanted to ask him for that shirt so badly. Oh my gosh. I was so upset I didn't recognize him, because this guy is huge. I mean, he makes these low budget movies, but he's a cult classic dude. That's why I wanted his picture. It was so awesome. I can't believe I missed that. I was kicking myself for that. Anyways, later on, I saw freaking Cassie Scarbo, like I saw her like off the set. And I asked one of the guys she was with if I could maybe ask her, like, you know, to say hi to her or get a picture. The guy said no. So I was like, okay. So they started walking away, and then she turned around as they were walking away and goes, hey, you can totally take my picture. I was like, what? I can take your picture? I had a really good camera that I could have taken a picture with, but I didn't want to press my luck, so I just took out my cell phone and took a selfie with her. Oh my gosh, she is so beautiful in person. Like, you have no idea. Like, sometimes when you see actresses, they don't, like, in person, they don't look as good as they do on camera, but she looked even better in person than she does on camera. Actually, she still looks really hot in camera, too. I was so floored by this picture. Here's the picture right here. She is so beautiful, and she was so friendly in person. Oh my gosh. I would say out of all my celebrity pictures, I've taken over 100 celebrity pictures. Most of them were at conventions. But out of all my celebrity pictures, this was easily my best celebrity picture, because not only is it a selfie, those are kind of hard to get, and it wasn't in a convention, so that's extra points. The crowning fact was that she was wearing her costume from the movie, so that's as good as it gets. That's easily my best celebrity picture. And I've taken pictures with other, like, really top celebrities like Patrick Stewart, a bunch of other guys. If you follow my Facebook, you would know how many celebrities I meet, like, on a almost monthly basis. Cassie Scarbo's selfie with me, that's easily my top favorite. She is so awesome. So yeah, I also got some selfies with Jedward, because I went to use the restroom and they were using the restroom at the Hard Rock as well. That was a chance encounter. They came out, I was like, what, Jedward? Like, at first they didn't believe I knew who they were, because I'm American, and most Americans don't know who these guys are. They're really big in the UK, but not in the United States. So we started talking about Harry Potter. These guys are really funny. Anyways, what were they filming? Like what I saw when I was watching them on this by the Universal Globe for like 3 or 4 hours. There were just a lot of it was downtime. They were eating ice cream for a lot of the downtime. I think they were waiting for everyone to get there. They're also waiting for the sun to go away, because the sun was so freaking bright. That's bad for lighting, I think. So I think they're waiting for that to go down. And eventually they started filming inside the Universal Globe, like they were climbing it. And then they later called out the extras. I was so jealous when I saw the extras. I was a big jelly roll, because I wanted to be an extra so badly. But they filmed the extras running around screaming. At first, all the extras were like smiling and laughing while they were screaming, and then they had to get on the megaphone and go, "Hey guys, don't be seen smiling. I want you guys to act serious for this part." So after like the third or fourth take, they got it, and they were a lot more serious when they're running around in panic. They also filmed the main cast running through them with their weapons. Like, Ian Ziering had this chainsaw. It had like 2 blades to it. It was really awesome. And Cassie Scarbo was carrying this awesome looking rifle with like a giant blade attached to it. I don't want to call it a bayonet, because it's more of like a giant knife attached to it. Alright, running out of time. So I watched it for like 4 or 5 hours. And then, yeah, they eventually started filming with the race cars too. So I'm glad I got that while they were filming in transit, because I couldn't film those later on, because it was considered the hot set. And on the hot set, you can't take pictures, you can't record audio, you can't film. So I'm glad I caught them in transit. So that was really exciting. But yeah, I also, while they're walking back and forth, I took pictures of what they were transporting. I even got a picture with one of the grips from the movie. So he was a really friendly dude. If you look at his badge, it says Vortex 3. That was a working title, but that's Sharknado 3. Anyways, I can't wait to watch this movie. It comes out in, I think, summer 2015, probably like July or June or something. I can't wait to watch this. sorry that this video is so long, but I love talking about movies. I was really bummed I couldn't be in the movie. I was kind of bummed that I didn't get to get a selfie with Ian Ziering and Tara Reid, but I was so happy that I got to meet Cassie Scaraba. That she is so awesome in person, so beautiful. All right, anything else? I guess that's it, really. I will see you guys later. And sorry I couldn't post more pictures. I actually got a lot of pictures while they're filming on top of the mummy, on top of the rocket, but they told me to delete those, unfortunately. But anyways, I'll see you guys later. Tell me what you think.